Impact.
New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact, hosted by Tariq Al-Barwani.
Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m.
Every week on the Nation Station.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon and welcome to Impact, a weekly edutainment and knowledge sharing program aired live specifically to share with you topics that contribute knowledge to the society. Every week, Impact hosts and invites guests that are experts, professionals, and leaders from the field that bring wealth of knowledge to you. Impact also highlights and promotes talents in the country that contribute knowledge and success to the nation. This program, ladies and gentlemen, is a weekly session that I will have with you every Tuesday at 5 p.m. I'm your host, Tariq Al-Barwani, along with our studio engineer, DJ Muhammad Al-Shabibi, for an hour bringing you free knowledge at your doorsteps on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Okay, stay tuned after this music break for today's very interesting topic and a very, very interesting personality.
Impact.
New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact, hosted by Tariq Al-Barwani.
Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Sundays at 9 p.m.
It's all here every week on the Nation Station.
People, trends. If it's happening, it's on 90.4 FM.
Impact.
New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact, hosted by Tariq Al-Barwani.
Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m.
Every week on the Nation Station.
Welcome back to Impact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Tariq Al-Barwani, along with our studio engineer, DJ Muhammad Al-Shabibi, with you here today live on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Now, what would it take to create a successful career in media? I'm talking TV, radio, and digital or print. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my guest today on Impact of Oman Radio FM 90.4 is Lakshmi Kothaneth. Who is Lakshmi Kothaneth? MashaAllah, a media legend here in Oman with over 23 years of rich experience. Lakshmi is with us here today live to share with us all the insight that you need to know and learn to succeed in the field of media. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Lakshmi, how are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Tariq. You made me feel very special indeed.
And I'll tell you one thing, Lakshmi. You know, every person have a role model. So, you know, I when you talk about sports, I would say Maradona. You remember Maradona? I used to like it. Some people don't like, but I used to like it. He has done a lot of great things. He has been a great entertainer, of course, a sports figure. If you're going to talk about a technology, then it will be about Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Bill Gates, because with all the richness that he does, what he does giving back, and Steve Jobs is innovating. If you talk about human being, then I will tell you our Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When it comes to media, when it comes to radio, I've got my own radio program. If I were to pick one person, that's you, Lakshmi. You are a personality that, mashallah, has done a great rounds here in Oman and a great impact to many people. If I were to speak about you, I'm going to write a book. So I don't think it's going to be easy to do that in your program. But I can tell you something that you're not aware. I always pick people for my program, talented people who have done impact for others to learn, people to look up to, like I look up to you.
Thank you.
When I went and I posted on the social media, you know, for me it was like, let people know who is my role model, who do I like. The next day, I'm sorry.
Yes.
The next 2 days, no, let me put it this way. It has not finished till today. I'm getting messages. You're the highest people of all the people that I've had into you. People speak very, very high. So thank you very much, and well done for what you're doing.
Thank you. And thank you, Tariq, for even thinking about it. And yes, I've read some of the messages, and I'm really overwhelmed with emotions because I really didn't realize. Yeah, I think people have been very, very nice to me, but it's very nice when people express it out, in such a big platform. So I really appreciate that you started the ball rolling, and it was interesting to see and watch what others had to say too.
Yeah. If there were 3 things to describe you, I would say you have one of the, mashallah, most unique voices in the industry, needless to mention the country. In my ears, when I hear it anywhere, I can tell you, I can pick it up. This is Lakshmi. Number 1. Number 2 is you have a very beautiful personality with you, which is a very good thing. And you are always supportive. Not to me, not to many people, but to everyone. And may God bless you always, inshallah.
Thank you.
Lakshmi, today our program is to learn about the success that you have attained and how and to discuss about the different roles that you have undertaken and how you have become successful. To start with, I would like to know, how did it all start from the beginnings? It's always nice to learn how the beginning of a person to know where they have achieved today. So if you could please share us with how did it all start?
I think, Tariq, I should start with my childhood. I was really blessed that I had, lovely grandparents, siblings. My brother has been a great role model. My parents have been amazingly supportive, and somehow they always believed, whatever talent I showed, they felt, let her nurture it. And I remember it was my brother's, the Walkman we used to have in the 80s.
Yes, I do. Yes, I remember.
The cassette player, which we could record as well. Yeah. So he had all those gadgets, and I would go after him, and he's older brother. So I would say, can I have that? Can I take you to the boarding school? Because I went to boarding school eventually. I think I was in the 6th grade, but I really didn't know what I was doing, but I would go around asking my hostel mates, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And we would record all these things. And I think that was the first interview.
Okay, mashallah. How old were you?
I would be around 9.
Mashallah, okay.
But for whatever interest that was, maybe I was curious, or, I liked talking. And yes, my family would always say, you can't stop her from talking. So that could be the first. My mother always had a dream that I would be a broadcaster.
Mashallah. Did she tell you about that?
No, not so much, because both my parents and my step-parents wanted me to be where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a psychiatrist, and, the whole family said, oh, we can't see you as a psychiatrist. You bring all the problems to the house. I want to be an archaeologist. I really love history, but then my dad said, you like painting your nails. You can't do that if you're an archaeologist. But I could have been all that. But eventually, somehow, of course, 11th and 12th, I went to the mainstream for fine arts, humanities, political science, and, history and geography. So naturally, I think I was choosing that field. I was also interested in fine arts and was learning classical Indian dancing. But at some point, when I finished my 12th grade, I realized that you can be a dancer, but you have a certain limitation, or so I thought, because I was too young. Because I thought there's a lot of physical activity, and you really need good health. And what if you can't? Then you would have to be a teacher. Then I thought that wouldn't be that fun. You want to be a performer. But luckily for me, by then my brother had started studying in the States, and just as media was growing at that time, late 80s. It was just perfect timing that we chose broadcasting. And my brother had taken care of all the admissions. We finished exams, and then there it began. It was scary, Tariq. It was very scary when you landed there and the classes began. I thought I'd finished with mathematics. In the States, they say, prerequisites, 2 math classes, 2 science, and what have you. Then the radio labs were, I'd just missed 2 days and missed a lot.
Ooh, okay.
So they were already technically introduced to many things. And I remember my brother coming into the classroom, sleeping there because I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
Because I was still trying to figure out and making a lot of loud noises because I was pressing the wrong buttons. But then anyway, that's how it all started. I had lovely teachers.
MashaAllah. Now, so you say your brother is also into the media?
No. But he's been my greatest supporter in everything I did. And so whatever I've achieved, because I told you it was that scary. I'd called the third day, I called my mother and said, I think I need to come back. But she said, no, try it out. And he was the one who made sure I did it. So he would come to to the lab. So I need to finish my assignments.
Yeah.
So I'd missed the introductory first 2 classes. So, they have these diagrams and I'm not an electronic person. So it took me a while to figure it out. But then that's the beauty of it. You have to be put into the place and it happens. Then I graduated. I came here. Both of us came back. And the best thing was while we looked for jobs, I was calling up newspapers, advertising agencies. Started with TV, a bit of a TV in Oman television, but we were waiting for the answers. At that time, we chose to do voluntary jobs.
Okay.
And it was Omani Association for Handicapped Children.
Okay.
That's where I met wonderful Abir Tanir.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. The late Abir, Allah yarhamha.
Yes. And she encouraged me, and she said, you've done all this, come try it out. So we were waiting for the answer. I'd started 1 month into an advertising company. But I knew media was what I really wanted to do. That was in my mind.
And you're passionate about it?
Yes, I breathe it, I think. And over the years.
MashaAllah.
So we came for the voice test. Fatia Al-Hinai, wonderful lady again, great mentor. She was a director here. Yeah. They took the voice test and Alhamdulillah, they liked the voice.
And then you took over the program and MashaAllah, and it kept on skyrocketing. MashaAllah.
Well, we started very slow and steady. Whatever you learn, I think every country, every organization has its own style. Yeah. So we need to get into that system. So I remember Fatia, there was Salima Raza also, wonderful voice again. And she was a senior broadcaster and she was in the GCC countries before. She was here at that time. They would actually train me with first the weather forecast.
Okay.
And then the news headlines. Then Fatia would actually come down here, because I was pretty young too. Nasreen Al-Hinai was one of those broadcasters at that time. Again, lovely voice. She would do half the news and she would let me do the other half. So it was like really baby steps that took me step by step through the process. I remember the first interview, I was pretty lucky, Tariq. I got to interview Shah Rukh Khan.
Really?
Yes.
Well, what year was that?
I think we started the career at the same time.
MashaAllah, but what year was it?
That year would have been 93, 94.
But and was it in Oman?
He was in Dubai, but we were pretty cool. I just went to my director and said, we must interview him. And I think he was planning to come here. I don't know how it all fell together. We got the telephone number and he actually spoke on the phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was the first person you did interview with.
Yes.
Yeah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Now that is something to good. It also to remember it, which is very good.
Because of which I remember his favorite band, Hut.
Band Hut.
Tell the music. I'd asked him, what's the music you like? Okay. Because at that time you want to be a DJ and everything. That's the band. I still remember it because it's one of my first interviews.
MashaAllah. If you were to count the number of times you were in radio, how many times would that be? I knew that would have.
Yes.
200, 300, 500, a little bit less. Right? Too many times.
Too many times.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. TV?
Yes, because I simultaneously started doing television as well.
So radio and TV, you've done it too many times.
Yes, I did. We started with local reports, then we went into CNN World Report. We did very well. I have to remember the whole team, Her Highness Sayyida Zoan Al Saeed.
Okay.
She was also reporting at that time and she was marvelous at her work. Shakir Al-Aremi was a producer for CNN World Report at that time. And I think when I joined, it was Yusuf Al-Houthi who was director of news. Okay. Yes. And so, I think all of them played an important part in what I am today.
MashaAllah. Lakshmi, let me tell you one thing. I really love your character, your personality, your humbleness and style. Let me be more specific what I'm trying to say. You have really attained great success and you're still humble to the earth. whenever I see you, I've seen a number of times. In fact, I had an opportunity to have an interview when I was very young those days, so I
Yes.
cannot forget it. You've interviewed me.
Yes.
Is that your heart is big? You want to support people, and you know what? Now we were just talking. You're just mentioning every person's name. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know some of the names that you've mentioned, but what I do know is that you have a great gratitude. And that's one of great success. You have a gratitude to the people who have supported you, from your brothers to the people who are working in the ministry and the different part of areas here in Oman, and you remember them by name. And that's a very,
yes.
very good skill. May Allah bless you, and may Allah bless all the people who follow such winning traits. Now, tell me one thing. I'm a person who also like to learn and know how to our program. If you were to advise people like us who are having our programs and so on, what are the things would you advise to do and not to do before, for instance, our program when we come in? I'll ask differently. Now they say that next to when people say, I mean, the fear of death is presentations.
Really?
Oh yeah, many people are worried. I can tell you that they've got a very good presenters, but when they go and give presentation before they start the first few bits,
Yes.
it's really scary. You know,
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Okay.
Why? Because I think overconfidence kills everything.
Okay.
It's good to be alert. Actually, what is I think happening is when you have those butterflies in your stomach, your adrenaline has kicked off.
Okay.
So you're alert. Your mind is alert, and you don't want to go too much into fear where you forget things.
Yeah.
But when you're in that state of mind, you're aware. And I think that's very important, to be alert. At the same time, be respectful, whether you're on stage or behind the microphone on the radio or in front of the television screen. Because one thing is, at wherever you are in these platforms, you're almost a performer, but you really need the attention of the audience. And you should be grateful to their attention. They don't
Okay.
have to listen to you.
Okay.
They don't have to see you or watch you, but they're doing that. So we got to be 100% there. If you're overconfident and you're thinking of something else, and you're out there to be showing off, Tariq, in fact, that's what I believe, and I've also trained throughout these years quite a few of my colleagues and who are well placed today. And one thing I say is, don't try to be a journalist or a broadcaster to be a star. Let fame follow you.
MashaAllah. I
Be
respect that.
thorough with your profession. Be thorough with your work. So when you're actually genuine, that's the second point I want to say, is that you can't fall. People could say anything, or this is a very sensitive job, and people can be very critical. I've had my tough times too.
Which I want to hear about them today.
And so, but sticking to your question, so one thing, when you feel that nervousness, it's a good thing.
Do you feel that?
Yes. of
Even
course.
today?
Yeah, you saw me. I was thinking, what am I going to do? 1 hour. And so Ibrahim here, he's seen me work. He said, Lakshmi, it's your work. You've done it. You're an expert. Just speak. So he believes. I've not let him go, so he can't tell me if I miss out on anything. Yeah. So it's good to be nervous slightly, so that you're alert completely. And it's very important to be genuine. Okay. Number 3, if you're in the radio, don't speak as if you're talking to a lot of people. Speak as if you're talking to one person, to that one person who's listening to you.
Okay, but you've got thousands of people are listening. But
That's
so you have
okay.
to think
Yeah.
as if you're talking to one person.
Yes.
Oh,
Keep it
thank you
very
so much.
personal.
Okay.
Just as if you write a letter, you'll address it to that person.
Yeah.
So Mohammed could be here, and Ibrahim could be in the next room, and someone else could be in the car, or someone else in at their home relaxing. But each one of them should feel that you're speaking to that person.
Okay.
To
so you
him
make it very
or her.
personalized. So.
Make it very personalized.
Thank you very much, Lakshmi. I appreciate that greatly. Now, you have created many, and I mean many, winning programs in the studio here. Tell me, what would it take for someone to create a winning program? I want to know the steps. I want to know the thought process and everything.
Yes. If you'd ask my directors, they would have all the, because I'm a very last minute person. I think I give them really almost heart attacks because they don't know if she's ready, is she going to be there. But I'm a last minute person.
But you come up with spontaneously great products. I can tell you a thing. Every program I've listened to, Lakshmi, they are better than the other. And not only that, let's say I'm driving a car. And many times it's when I'm driving and I hear you speaking, will stop in the car or continue my car. But I'll wait until you finish, because not only your voice, your style, the way you're talking is very good. So I would really like to learn, and even others who are listening, how to learn what would it take to create a successful program. So I want to know your thought process, the steps, and so on.
I like to daydream.
Okay.
Let the thoughts come through. Let it flow. Those quiet moments. It's very important. I run my ideas a lot of time with my, of course, directors. But lately, in this season, whatever I'm doing is Sultan Al-Asri, the director of Radio Oman. He's brought up these ideas, which you heard yesterday, Book of Memories. And the other one I'm hosting with Montasam. That is a cup of inspiration. But of course, Oman this week has come about because of the collaboration with Oman Observer and Radio Oman, because I moved over to the newspaper. But I felt it was a great platform for me to bring them together, and it's a great service to the listeners. So a lot of times the ideas have come through from the community itself.
Okay.
You have to listen or think, what would people want to hear or see? Because initially I started off with a program called Listeners Request that was hosted by Salima Reza.
Right.
It was there for many, many years, and people would write in. Would you believe? Can you
Mashallah.
imagine people would take time to write in those days?
MashaAllah.
And
Wow.
and they did that, and they would send out dedications to the family and friends, and people would record it. Even maybe their relatives were not here, but they would have it announced on Radio Oman, record it, and send it off, to their family wherever they were.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
Those were the days. So now, of course, we've got the SMS services, we're texting, we're emailing. Life has changed, and you can instantly pull out the music from the computer. That wasn't the case those days when I first started off, and I learned it from Salima and the rest of our broadcasters. They would actually have the engineer go with the librarian, pick out these requested songs, come down, we're recording it all together. It's, completely a different game, more time consuming at times, but it was also very fulfilling. Editing is so easy now. But those days we would cut and splice. You had to have a good ear, good hands to do all that. Things have changed.
Okay. And things have become easier, is it?
Things have become definitely easier. But that fact is, like you asked, what do we do for a good program? Reflect from the society. Number one, any idea has to be original idea. I think originality would be interesting. And, that's... And second thing, Tariq, sometimes you might start a program and you might think it's not working. But don't worry about it, because it takes time to settle in.
Okay.
So once it settles in, you have to keep reinventing yourself.
I like that.
That's the next thing. You have to
Okay.
keep it sustaining and going on.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, the number to call in is 24602058. I repeat, 24602058. And as I always say, if there is any question that I've asked, please don't call in and ask the same question, but only call in if you've got questions that I've not asked and something that you would like to ask. I want to know one thing, Lakshmi. How do you measure the success of a radio program?
Okay. Because we don't have those data collectors as yet, who's listening to what, and I think people are more responsive now, on social media, and they call instantly, and we get comments back, or even letters at times maybe. But I think you can know it when the people participating in live shows.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and we have a caller online. Hello. Okay, we've just missed this. The number is to call in is 24602058, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you are in TV, radio, and now doing print as well. If you were to talk the advantages of one medium to another, what would you say about them?
Oh, very simple. TV can be very short but direct, because you got the visual aid to support what you're saying. But radio has more magic, because your voice has to do everything, and the sound bites, you interview somebody from the field, the sound effects, the background, all that, because you have that intense focus from the listener. But television can be a bit distracting for others, but television is great because the visual is there.
Okay.
In print, again, because it's nice, you can write more details. As you can see, radio is also very much time limited, right?
Yeah.
Seconds count on radio and television.
Okay. We have a caller online, ladies and gentlemen. And hello? 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 We've missed it again. Ladies and gentlemen, the number to call in is 24602058. But please, if you do call in, ensure that you turn off your radio. Otherwise, there will be interference and I will not be able to hear from you. as what has happened to the previous session. Sorry, Lakshmi.
Yes.
So, you're talking about the
So we were
changes.
talking about radio and TV with all its benefits. When you come to the newspaper, you can give out more information as there is space, and you can give all those extra details. Come to digital media, which is pretty new to me, and I have to say thanks to Abdullah Shweli, our editor-in-chief in Oman Observer, because he really felt that I could do the digital media. It's very concise. Within certain characters, you need to put all those news together and make it very attractive to come and read the links.
And I'll tell you one thing. The thing about you that I really, really love is that everything you touch, you turn it into a gold. Because in the radio, you have made an impact with the radio waves in the country. With the TV as well, but I'll be very honest, I haven't seen a TV myself because I don't watch much of the Omani or the television as much. But when it comes to print, I've been reading lately, and mashallah, that also is an impact. So everything you touch, you turn to gold. That's because of your
I'm
skill,
learning.
mashallah.
Print,
now, tell
I'm
me about
still
the
a
thread.
student.
Yeah, but but you write fantastic. Recent article which you wrote about, which I've read, is the spamming as well. MashaAllah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
And of course, you write much, you're a regular columnist as well with the Observer.
Yes.
So MashaAllah, that speaks by itself as a volume. We've got a caller online. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
How are you, Brother Tariq?
I'm very good, alhamdulillah.
Can I please speak to our valuable guest today?
Definitely. I know who's speaking.
This is Balqis.
Balqis, yes, we have Lakshmi here with us.
Hi, Balkis.
Hi, Lakshmi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, first of all, as per the meaning of your name in Hindi, which means the goddess of wealth and prosperity, let me just tell you one thing, that you, Lakshmi, you are indeed one precious wealth to Oman and to English FM, honestly.
Thank you.
If there is no Lakshmi, I don't think FM will exist ever.
Oh my God, Balkis, that's so true.
Let me echo that, Miss Balqis. Let me echo that, to be honest.
Balkis, that's very
honestly,
sweet of you.
I mean, ever since FM had started, your voice all the time is one of the famous voices, familiar voices that keep on resonating through our Oman horizon. And without a doubt, Lakshmi, I must say that it has spread throughout those years, the positivity, the passion toward Oman. And without a doubt, I consider you, Lakshmi, as an Omani citizen, honestly.
Thank you.
She
Oman
is
in my
Oman.
heart.
You're Oman, isn't it? You still speak Arabic or something? Don't tell me not. By now, eh?
Oman is in my heart.
and definitely you're a big
Definitely.
part of Oman, mashallah.
And if you do really understand Arabic, and I assume you do understand, so let me just say this thing in Arabic.
Okay.
Lakshmi anti jamila haqqan.
Ati.
Oh,
You know what is
Jamila,
that?
and beautiful Hakan? I didn't understand.
Haqqan is like really.
Really?
Ah, mashallah. Thank you.
And honestly, Lakshmi, I got nothing to add here, because if I start talking about you, Lakshmi, I don't need a book. I need an encyclopedia. All
Come
about.
on.
Right.
What did you do, Tarek?
Oh,
Is this,
mashallah, mashallah.
so-
You
What
beat
do you
me
do,
to it.
Balkis?
Huh?
What do you do?
I'm a teacher, an assistant principal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And I mean, Lakshmi, honestly, I have no words here to add about you, because what I really like about you, Lakshmi, that you do things from your heart. That's why it reaches to the heart.
Mashallah.
Oh, thank you.
Mashallah.
And without you, as I told you, FM will be nothing. So, my dear, keep rising and shining. And we just love you the way you are. We
Thank
love
you.
whatever you're doing. And we just love you. God bless you.
Oh God! I mean, you've blessed me with lots and lots of love, and really, thank you so much, Balkis. I really
Welcome,
feel it's
man.
all worth
Welcome.
it.
And we really need to meet up sometime.
Sure.
Because I'm a really big fan of you. So I really need to get your phone number sometime, whatever. Is
Thank
it
you,
after the
Balkis.
show or whatever, all right?
And you're such a noble profession, so be a wonderful teacher, because you're nurturing too many minds out there. So wonderful,
thank
keep it
you.
up. You're very kind-hearted.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Lakshmi.
much,
God
Balqis.
bless you. Thank
God
you,
bless
Brother
you too.
Tariq.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Barakallah Fik. Thank you so much. Lakshmi, I want to ask you this question. How can I be like you? I mean, you got all this
I'm
love
really
and flowers,
thinking now
all
you're
that.
pulling my leg.
No, wait. No, honestly. You remember I told you the other day when we spoke and I said, I really love, and I remember I spoke to you and I said, I really love all the things you do.
But you have a lot of passion, Tariq.
But I want to be like you. I want to be loved. I want the heart. Come on. You got all that. I tell you, I swear, wallahi, that when I posted that, and then it keeps on going, it didn't finish, it keeps on happening, and I said, man, these ladies, mashallah. So tell me, what did you do? Or what are you doing?
Honestly, until you posted that on the LinkedIn and the Facebook, I really didn't realize that, yes, I had it in my mind. I have a dream, actually, Tariq. It's that it's 23 years, and by the time it reaches 25, I'd love to nurture or, I don't know if I'm good to be a mentor, because mentors they've got to be really strong-minded and everything. But I'd like to, pass a bit of my knowledge and experience to at least 25 different people.
Mashallah. May Allah bless you. Daiman, inshallah, ya Rabbil Alameen. Now, going back into the media now looking at radios, we've got podcasts.
Yeah.
People are releasing their podcasts and so on. Television, you've got the people are moving away or extending their usage to using IPTV, where they can watch the television via the internet and so on.
Yes.
And finally, you've got the print, where the newspapers, and got all the newspapers,
Online.
Observer, Times of Oman, etc., Muscat Daily, and so on. Tribune. We've got people are moving to online. What are the threats? What are your thoughts about it? And what are your recommendations, being a media professional, on how should people, organizations, and these different fields react to it?
I think today's world,
Okay.
every organization should have a presence online.
Okay, I'll just take a quick
Yes.
call, Lakshmi, and we'll revert back to this soon. Hello?
Hello, hi.
Very high.
Tariq.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Tariq. My name's Lenny, one of your profound listeners, I might add.
Many, is
How are
it?
you?
Lenny.
Lenny,
is
how are you
correct.
doing today?
Hi, Lakshmi. I can hear you too. Yeah, good. Hi.
Hi.
How is everything?
Good. Thank you.
Good. Well, offhand, upfront, I should definitely congratulate you on your, on the long stay that you have had with the Oman FM, of course, and like Balqis was earlier mentioning, Sister Balqis was very appreciative of the fact that you are definitely a big impact holder here as far as the Oman FM is concerned, and congratulations on that as well from my end.
Thank you, Lenny.
I mean, to add to all of that, I mean, you actually have also been definitely influential in other lines as well. For example, I don't know if you remember, but you were very instrumental in actually releasing one of the books that my sister had written. Her name is Lena Verghese, if you remember.
Yes.
Okay, so I had actually met you there at one of the hotel receptions when we were actually launching the book.
Yes.
So you've definitely been, influential to other people, but in the same, whether it is journalism, whether it's books, you've always been, influential in one way or the other.
Yes.
And, I've been listening to
Thank
the
you.
Oman FM since what? Salima Raza's time over here.
Ah,
Do you
very
remember?
good.
Yeah.
That's Salima Raza's time.
It's been really nice to see you grow along as well. So congratulations and on a job well done, I guess, in all of these years.
Thank you, Lenny. Thank you
Look
so
forward to
much.
hear a lot more from you, though.
Thank you, inshallah.
Thank you
Take care
very
and all the
much.
best. Tariq, thank you so much for the time that you gave.
Barakallahu feek. Thank you so much.
Yes, his sister Lena had published a book, and I believe if we have talent of some kind, we should be there for others. And I think that's how, hosting events came about. And if people call me up and say, would you do this presentation? I never hesitated, as long as it wasn't affecting my professional work. So, my professional work, I considered very personal. I think that is where I had the energy. A lot of youngsters ask me, is it easy to be a journalist? And the only few things you have to remember is your time is never yours anymore.
Okay, but you don't find this as work to you, I don't think
No,
so.
that's
Very much
why.
enjoying it.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
that's what
have
I've
to
noticed.
take it as that it's part of you. And sometimes it's difficult because, you have to realize that this is also work and you need some time off for something else.
Okay, and we have other caller
yeah.
online. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Fine, sir.
May I know who's speaking?
My name is Ashwin.
Ashwin, how are you doing today?
Yeah, fine, sir. It's very good.
Yes, Ashwin, please go ahead.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
How
How are you, Ashwin?
I'm so happy to talk with you.
Thank
Because
you.
I'm from Kerala.
Thank you.
Because actually, I was not knowing who are you. I'm frankly speaking because I'm not an active speaker, okay?
Okay.
I'm not an active listener also.
Okay.
I came to Oman just 1 year, hardly.
Ah,
So, my colleague, he was driving.
yes.
So, by hearing the sound, he was so surprised. He was start telling that, you know, who is this? She's from Kerala. And he started talking, okay? And I'm so excited and so happy.
Great.
I will
Thank
just
you.
Keep dialing. I will just keep dialing. So I told him I just want to talk. I just want to tell my all happiness to you.
Thank you so much, Ashwin.
How are you? How are you, ma'am?
Very good, very good. So I hope this 1 year has been very good to you. And
ma'am.
you're enjoying Oman, I presume.
Yeah. One more thing, ma'am. By hearing all the conversation, I was finding something that you have more confidence in you.
Confidence?
You have more confidence in the speaking. So, as a person from Kerala,
Uh-huh.
that was something I was lacking in
Okay.
always.
Okay.
So I was keep listening and I was so happy. I can't express my how will I express it. I'm so happy.
Thank you so much, Ashwin.
Okay, ma'am. All the best, man. God bless you, man.
God bless you too.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you very much, Ashwin. And I wish you the very best at all the things that you do.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
He's raised a very important point, Tariq. The confidence, right? Why do we lack confidence at time? Most of the time, it's because we are worried about what the other person is thinking, the judgment, and unfortunately or fortunately, whichever part of the world we are in, yes, like while we are here, we would be judging things, right? But if we are to tone that down from our mind, that, there are not somebody out there who's going to judge us, but I have something to give which is valuable, then you shouldn't feel that the lack of confidence. In order to do that, I suppose when you think about the content, whether you said the organizations, should they be online? I think they should be. Whatever content, radio, TV, print, from my little experience, digital media, everything's to do with the content. Content has to be rich.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be long, but do you have a point to make?
Content is a king.
Content is the king.
And we've got a caller right now. Hello? 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 Okay, I guess hello?
Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you call in, again, I repeat all the shows, ensure that you switch off your radio, otherwise there will be interference. I will not be able to hear
Feedback,
you,
yeah.
and you will not be able to hear me. Lakshmi, if you notice,
Yes.
whether it's Omani, whether it's an Indian, whether it's you find it different from local and expatriate, they all call they love you because of the great thing that you've done. You should be very, very proud. I don't want to repeat all that. You're going to say this part, but I'm just telling you, this is a great example. Needless to
Thank
mention,
you.
social media here on the air, people are very happy.
God has
Lessons
been
to learn.
kind.
Mashallah.
Because right at the beginning of the program, you said the voice, but I have nothing to do with it. God gifted me.
Mashallah. Even that, your gratitude.
Of course, it's not. I have nothing to do with
you
it.
You are an amazing human being. Your gratitude and everything. So the lady who called, and I noticed, by the way, the lady who called, what's her name?
Balqis.
Yeah, you straight away asked, what are you doing? And you started speaking about her. That is very good. I don't want to go there, but you are just amazing. Now, but talking about people like Oman FM 90.4 or the television, the public authority, radio, TV, should they be worried?
Why?
Worried about moving to, like, podcasts are coming now. When you're a podcast, you're over the world, international. I'll tell you one thing. I've got my mobile phone right now, and I've got my apps pods that I sometimes plug it into the car and I listen to any radio I want all over the world. I've got TuneIn and so on. What's your thought about, should they be worried? Yes, no? If not, what they should be doing? I like the word you said earlier, they should be renovating or innovating.
Yes.
But what's your
Reinventing
thoughts?
ourselves.
I love what you said. So what's your thought? Is this a threat, or you think no, not really? It's
No,
just
I think
a fad?
it's great encouragement, because the more the competition, the better we get. So if a citizen or a visitor, whoever is a viewer, let's say, has more options today going across the global networks, why not? But if you are good with your content, that particular audience will come back to you. And there's more, Tariq.
Yep.
People want to know what's going on locally.
Okay, yeah,
The
that's a
local
very important
content
one.
is rich,
Yeah.
but how we present it is what matters.
Thank you very much, Lakshmi. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break and revert our discussion with the interesting Lakshmi Kothaneth.
Impact.
New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact. Hosted by Tariq Al-Warwani.
Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Sundays at 9 p.m.
It's all here every week on the Nation Station.
What an exciting show today, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Impact. Our host and our guest today, is Lakshmi Kothaneth, definitely one of the great media personalities who has made a great round for the past 23 years. Lakshmi, if you were to share with me some of the best programs or achievement that you're very proud of, which one would it be? I know you've had many programs. I know you've introduced and supported with a lot of campaigns and so on, but which one that you say, I remember this or that name of a program that you had you're proud of? What would that be?
Body, Mind and Soul, Sheikh Khalfan Al-Isri.
MashaAllah, Allah yarhamu, Sheikh Khalfan Al-Isri. That is the one which you are very proud of, huh?
Very proud of.
MashaAllah.
Because it taught me a lot. And he has been a mentor for many people in the country and across the globe. But it was magical how it all happened. I never, ever imagined I could do a program like that. It was very challenging initially. Later on, I thrived on it. And I think that's where, it brought in a lot of inner strength in me. Knowing somebody so strong-willed and hardworking, not for himself alone, but for the whole country. He carried the society on his shoulders at all times, and he believed in the society, and he believed in Oman. And even the last time I met him, he talked about Oman and the belief and the faith he has in the country and the future aims. And for that, I am truly blessed.
MashaAllah. A great man, influential, spiritual as well. May Allah bless him as well.
Yes.
Tell me about the challenges that, challenges or the funny moments that has happened to you as far as the radio is concerned, the programs, or anything that has happened. Funny callers maybe, or something
yes.
happened. I would love to hear that.
When I first started, it's not there are a lot of funny callers and really nice people, but I've had hard times too. When you're starting off, that's the thing. I mean, I grew up right in front of people, I think, and with all my flaws, people accepted me. And there were some tough callers, and I, finally accepted that not everyone will like me. And somebody told me, all 5 fingers are not the same. Some will like you, some will hate you, some will dislike you, some might just accept you. But then lately I had a discussion with my editor-in-chief in Oman Observer, and he said, but the hand is different. All these fingers can help eventually to do something.
MashaAllah. Please convey my regards to him. I have a high respect. Abdullah, right?
Yes.
Please convey my utmost regards.
I've been blessed with all these lovely people around me, so I'm still learning.
MashaAllah. We have a caller with us right now online. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Tariq.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. May I know who's speaking?
This is Najwa Al-Kindi.
Najwa Al-Kindi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you for the show.
You're most welcome, Najwa.
And thank you for hosting Lakshmi.
Hi, Najwa.
Hi, Lakshmi. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. It's lovely, listening to everybody call you. And I saw the Facebook announcement that Tariq made. And, even though it's not me, I felt, wow, this must feel really, really good,
I've been wanting to go hide somewhere.
No, but congratulations on your success. I'm sure you earned it. 23 years is, as simple as it may sound, but I'm sure, you've earned it. 23 years of hard work, and this is what you definitely deserve.
Thank you.
And I must disagree with your parents, Lakshmi, because, when they said you might not be able to do as psychologist,
yeah,
you said a very profound message to Tariq, and that is,
when you address your audience on the radio, you speak to them as if you're talking to one person. And from my very simple knowledge in psychology, that's really impactful. It makes you feel that this message is for you, and this is meant to be, for you. It's like how astrology, works. They do all these zodiac and daily astrology, and you think this is customly made for me,
Yes.
So I think you can also be a psychologist.
Are you a psychologist?
But I had one question.
Yes.
And I'd like to know your opinion, please.
Yes.
Would you think that a talk show, a talk show like Oprah Winfrey's talk show would work in Oman? And that's my question. Thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
With the live audience, right?
The line so anybody else can, call after me.
Oh, you're so caring.
Thank you, Najwa.
Thanks, Farid.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. She has such a lovely, calm voice.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Would a talk show with live audience, I think that's what you meant, yeah, it would work, I think. Hanan Al-Kindi, I don't know if you remember the program, she used to have something similar where she would host, different guests at one time, and I think she had live audience, I'm not sure. But I think it would be great, yeah. I think it'll be nice to have.
Lakshmi, you can do it. Believe me, you can. No, seriously, we've got all these TV channels here in Oman, and then we've got show you can do it.
Oman Observer will have observer discussions.
Okay.
Where we will have experts. We take different topics, and I hope one day you're going to be our guest.
Inshallah.
And we'll have audience.
Okay.
And so it'll be similar, Najwa, and I hope you are there in the first day itself.
So when is it going to start?
Inshallah, end of this month.
Oh, so it's happening something end of this month. MashaAllah, so something's
31st
happening.
of January, yes.
MashaAllah, congratulations. I very much look forward to see it. And you'll be having it online or something?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be online as well?
Yeah, digitally supported.
And this is your baby, the one you've joined up Observer looking into it. And also keep on innovating something new. Does that tell you whatever you touch, you turn it into gold?
No, this I have to. It's a team effort from Oman Observer.
That's Lakshmi.
Abdullah Shraili. So and Hassan.
MashaAllah.
Actually, they've been a very good team.
MashaAllah. Has anyone influenced you, or this is a personal endeavor to get into, let's say, TV, print, and all that? Personal?
Oh yeah, that movement came naturally, and I think my mother is artistically inclined. Yes.
Okay.
So maybe she's been also there influencing me, but somehow. When you ask me, I'm still thinking like, why did we choose that particular field? So I think my mother definitely has had an influence there, and I really wanted to be a journalist too. My father once actually told me when I wasn't getting good marks and I was very disappointed, and I was really into entertainment. I knew everything about the film industry and all that stuff, and he said something very interesting. He said, Lakshmi, it's anything you choose, you just excel in it.
MashaAllah, and it is true. And I can say, as I said, whatever you touch, it turns into gold. May Allah bless you, MashaAllah. How do you keep yourself motivated, Lakshmi?
I pray a lot.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
I pray, and I take each day on its own. It's not, Lakshmi or Tariq Barwani or Muhammad there. He is not just radio related thing. He's a human being. He's a mind. He's a husband. He's a son. He's a father. And so are you. And so am I. So we have different roles to play. And life might not be smooth all the time. It's not all rosy. But that's why life is beautiful. Because, you continuously evolve. Much stronger over the years, definitely still very sensitive, but prayers actually gave me tremendous comfort in the sense I learned that we most of us stress out thinking about the future or something that's supposed to happen, and then at times I just step out and I think, why should I worry, when you have somebody else guiding you, directing you. And in a way that has helped me in my profession as well, because as I said, when you asked me the preparation right at the beginning, I'm a procrastinator.
Okay.
I'm not a big planner. I'm a daydreamer. But in those daydreams, I have my map.
Okay.
But I push things to the limit.
MashaAllah.
Until it's like pushing me. It's like, Lakshmi, you're on it now. You got to do it, which has helped me with crisis control.
MashaAllah. But anyway, all the deliveries that have come out of it is simply as quality, from your radio broadcast to your digital print, and I'm definitely sure the TV, which I'll be looking for them after the program
I don't
today on
do
YouTube.
TV anymore. Oh,
Okay, not
yes,
before.
Observer.
I mean the previous one. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I would
A
really
music
love to see
video
it.
with
Yes.
Bakit Ahmed.
MashaAllah.
That was fun.
I will look for all of them. Who is your role model?
I have plenty of role models.
Okay. Anyone in the media specific?
I love Oprah.
Okay, you love Oprah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the
MashaAllah.
sincerity she has. And there's one more person in CNN. He was very real on camera. And a lot of time, what happens is that, people make fun of TV broadcasters and sometimes even radio broadcasters because they tend to sound very professional or, as if they're too prepared. So sometimes when you can cross that barrier and become an original, then it becomes where we strike a liking towards them, or that feelings come out. And I think those are the people I look up to in broadcasting. My colleagues have been tremendous. Faik, he's so natural on the mic.
Faik on the mic.
Yes, I came straight, starting, I saw Faik, I saw Abir, who had the sweetest of voices.
MashaAllah.
And she is so calm, and she had lovely sense of humor.
Allah rahmah.
Sayyid Azwan had the very hard-working person with a lot of creativity and, intense work professionalism. And I had some great producers. So, all of them have been my role models.
MashaAllah. What advice do you have for people who are willing to join this area? You being someone that we all including myself, look up to when it comes to this field. What is your advice for all the people who are getting into this field?
There is a quote I carry with me always in my mind. It's from His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. It's from a long quote, but these key words remind me all the time. Power is responsibility.
I respect that very highly.
So when you're a journalist and when you suddenly become famous and everything, sometimes people don't know what to do with it. But the fact is, you have a responsibility. That should be our aim. As a journalist, we should never lose that focus.
Lakshmi, thank you very, very much for joining us today here on Oman Radio FM 90.4 to share about your successful journey, about your learnings, about your wisdom. May Allah bless you at all times, inshaAllah ta'ala. People like you will always be treasured. You have made a great impact for Oman. MashaAllah. And I wish you the best at all the things that you do, inshallah.
Thank you, Tariq. This is like receiving an award, and I really don't know how to actually appreciate it in return. But I really thank you, Tariq, for the sincerity you have in this program, because you asked about it, and you're an example. You've been very sincere at what you do, whether it is your profession, IT.
Shukran,
you were a whiz kid. I remember that.
This is because of support of people like you. Now, let me tell you one thing you might not remember. You might not remember. This program, I know a lot of people told me, alhamdulillah, it is doing well and successful. But you actually forgot I came to you and I spoke to you about maybe 4 years ago. I told you I had an idea.
Yes.
And then you have nurtured, let's do it. And we did it about 3 shows
Yes,
together.
yes.
And then you had to travel.
Yes.
Because something happened, I think, home or something.
Yeah, maybe.
And then I continued.
Yes.
So,
but I knew you were ready to fly.
No, but it's because it started from you, alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
This is what I'm telling you. You might not
Thank
know.
you.
So if you're talking about that, you have played in everyone. And I don't forget, by the way. It was many years, 4 years ago.
Good, very good trait.
Thank you so much.
Tariq.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our program for this week. I hope you all had an intriguing time with us. Let us catch up again next week on Tuesday, same time, 5 p.m. for an impact session. I'm Tariq Al-Barwani along with our studio engineer, DJ Muhammad, wishing you all a happy and a pleasant week. Now, ma'as-salama.
Impact. New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact, hosted by Tariq Al-Barwani.
Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Sundays at 9 p.m.
It's all here every week on the Nation Station.
It's on 90.4 FM.